going on.
100%.
Well, shit that in a weird way, we've been covering this. I've been saying it. We're in a civil war. We're in a civil Cold War, which is starting to become... We're waiting for that one shot that's fired to start it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the shot back.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a shot back. I think we're just waiting for the shot to go off that everybody goes, okay, that's it. We're ready to go. It's civil war now.
I don't think nothing short of an assassination of somebody who is very important to us would cause a civil war for sure. But other than that, all this other, it's gonna be kill for kill. This kid gets run over. Maybe I conservatives, I don't put it past them to not defend themselves. So I don't even know if I can call that a murder, but I'm sure we'll have some incidents where conservatives are striking back. So we'll see.
Well, let's just go through the story real quick, and then we'll give sort of our take on it. So Kaylor, is that how you say his name? Or is it Kyler?
I think it's Kyler.
Kyler Ellingson, who was murdered by Shannon Brandt.
Yeah.
And he was murdered specifically for being a conservative.
Well, you can't trust dudes with bitch names.
Shannon.
Because it just means they're bitch made.
He was going against a Kaylor.
Oh.
Yeah, but he ran him over with a car. That's a bitch move. That's what women do.
That's what women do, yeah.
Yeah. And what's shocking about this is a blatant hate crime based on political beliefs, and this fucker is out on bail.
$50,000.
$50,000.
So explain to me what happened to Kaylor.
They got into, supposedly this is what happened, they got into some kind of political argument on the street, and Kaylor was identifying himself as a conservative, and this guy took that to mean that he's, well, not even that he's a terrorist, more or less, and that a threat to everybody's life, and that he needed to kill him.
Well,
and I wonder where he got that rhetoric from.
So he also said that he told the cops the reason he ran Kaylor over was because Kaylor was on the phone calling for fellow conservatives to come do harm to him. Which wasn't true.
And he was calling his mother.
He was on the phone with his mom at the time he was murdered.
Right. So, and asking him, did she know or something who this guy that was chasing him?
I think the scariest aspect about this case is the fact that it happened in a red state. Because I looked and I was like, this happened in North Dakota. Is North Dakota a red state? Sure enough, Trump won North Dakota last election. So it's just shocking that would happen there. I'd expect it in like San Diego or something.
I guarantee you, if you look into maybe I'm wrong, but if you look into what county it was, I bet you it's a blue county.
It could be a blue county.
Yeah.
$50,000 bail, that sounds like a blue county.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Some murdering you admittedly ran somebody over. And he left the scene after he did it.
He left the scene. This is what's crazy too, and why I think it's beyond, not even beyond, but it's politically motivated, but also in this weird way he's proud of it, because he's the one that called the police on himself and confessed and said, and basically the way that I see that it's worded until we get, I guess, video or audio of it, it sounds like he's almost like saying, yeah, I killed a terrorist, like I did a good thing,
like reward me.
Yeah, like that's from the transcript, that's what I got from it.
Yeah.
I know there's video of this guy getting, I guess, arraigned.
1-year-old Shannon Brandt had a...
Yeah, this is him.
Fucking scumbag. It's
a grown-ass man, too, fucking killing a kid, by the way.
Because he disagreed with him politically.
Politically. That's where we're at. But, I mean, how are we surprised when not only a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we just had the president deliver one of the most divisive, dangerous speeches ever, where he called all of MAGA Republicans or Republicans in period.
Anybody with a conservative mindset.
Anybody that disagrees with him.
Yes.
And he said that the only conservatives that are good conservatives are the ones that'll work with him. And it's like, what the... Yeah, exactly. So are we really surprised that now we're starting to see fallout from that? like of where people are now killing conservatives just for saying they're conservative. Yeah. This guy could be crazy. He could be a psychopath. I'm not taking that away. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, what's his motivation? And does the president take any responsibility for delivering that speech?
It'd be crazy if he even puts that in there when he goes to court.
Politics?
Yeah, like the fact that Biden told him to do it.
I mean, the prosecutors have a slam.
Influenced by it.
I don't think it's, and that's why I think it's a evil genius plot, is that they're not blatantly saying it. They're not blatantly telling people to go kill Trump supporters or conservatives, but they are going, these people are a threat to your life, and then just leaving it.
Stoking fear.
Stoking the flames, stoking fear, gaslighting.
Yeah.
So people are going to take to that. I have a hard time believing that Democrat political rhetoric has nothing to do with what this guy did. I think it absolutely is connected.
It's self-admitted. He called the police and said it himself. Nigga said, "Hey, we were having a political disagreement and I killed him because I was in fear for my life." Yeah, it's cut. This is as cut as clear as you can get.
Yeah.
Let's play this.
Had a tough time understanding the charges against him: vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of a deadly accident. A judge ordered Brandt held on $50,000 cash, which he objected, saying he's not a flight risk.
I have a job and a life and a house and things that I don't exactly want to see, go by the wayside.
You should have thought about that before you ran over a teenager, you prick.
Yeah. Exactly. And what about his life and his house and his family?
The entitlement of this bastard.
Piece of shit, bro.
I don't know, bro.
And then still, wait.
Family that are very important to me. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think it's definitely what I always say, where it's not hypocrisy, it's elitism. He just looks at it as like, oh, well, I just killed a bug. I killed a infestation from starting, kind of deal. I helped. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's sadly enough, that is what I believe he thinks. I have a hard time believing. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I have a hard time believing it's not connected. You know what I mean?
It has to be connected because it was about politics.
Well, I'm saying people have been killing each other over politics for years, for centuries. What I'm saying though is I think it's connected in terms of them amping him up. Not just the political issues themselves. Like, you get what I'm saying?
You think if the former president, the former vice president didn't say what he said, that this possibly would have never even happened?
I think it's the build up over the whole Trump era, the whole Trump presidency up until now, all of that, and then Biden saying that as the cherry on top was them going like, all right, it's good to go now. There's a meme that I actually saw where somebody shared something that I think it kind of just shows what I'm talking about here, which is the progression. And it says Barack Obama, he said Americans clinging to, this is how they're basically describing Republicans. Mm-hmm. Barack Obama described them as Americans clinging to guns and religion, which is like, all right. I mean, it's provocative, but it's not like on a level of bringing up that tension. You know what I mean?
You don't believe in God means I can't believe in God,
right? And because you're scared of guns, that doesn't mean I can't handle one.
There's no way he's scared of guns. He's surrounded by them 24/7. There's no fucking way.
Then Hillary Clinton amped it up to basket of deplorables. You remember that, right?
Yeah. I also remember she took a hot sauce to a black radio station to get the vote.
Yeah. And then bragged about how well of a dancer she is.
Yes.
You've seen the videos.
We all know she can sashay in those box suits.
I gotta say, Trump's this move is much better than Hillary's this move. That's not even on beat. At least Trump was a little bit on beat.
And Trump had a dance face.
Yeah. He had his boogie face on.
That's funny.
And then Joe Biden basically brings it to the top of enemies of the state and threat to democracy, which is now basically a catchphrase of the Democrats, that we're threats to democracy somehow. But yeah, what's the next progression to that?
Don't vote Republican or else we'll kill you.
I mean, where do you go?
You know, that's
Kill
where
all
you go.
Republicans.
Kill on
all
site.
Yeah.
Kill on
all
site.
Republicans,
That's
yeah.
basically it.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's basically a GTA mission.
So now
Kill all Republicans.
How am I, as somebody who wants to exercise my right to vote, supposed to feel safe to go to cast my vote if somebody realizes or if they think that I'm voting Republican? I won't have the problem because I'm black, so they'll automatically, he's for the Dems. So me and you, we good. With somebody like Chris show up, and it might be a problem.
No, they think I'm a hippie. My problem is I go up to them and say, yeah, I fucking voted for Trump. Suck my dick, faggot. That's what pisses them off.
Yeah, that might get him. That might get him.
Actually, that oddly enough makes the leftists go, well, let's talk about it. You got to be abrasive with them.
Yeah. Well, apparently not. You might get run over. So
Maybe. Hey, I say it all the time. Fucking stay strapped out there, guys.
yeah.
That's not even on no G shit. It's just
It's just
survival
to
at this point.
Protect yourself. It's wild. I think it's worse today than it ever was, to be honest.
Well, look,
bad.
we have coming up. They passed a bill where IRS agents can now be armed.
Yep.
When they go to collect funds. We've seen that they use the IRS to target conservatives and conservative businesses. Then you add on top of that, by the end of the year, they want to turn everything into digital currency.
Mm-hmm.
They want to put us on digital currency. Like, do people not understand that that's like how easily they can control digital currency as opposed to cash on hand?
It's true. It's true.
And
Trust
we
me, I
know they're not above using it. They're using the fucking IRS right now.
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think they want them to be armed?
Not to mention all major credit cards are now tracking gun sales.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, they've been doing that though. We've been talking about that, but now what they're doing is when you buy a gun or ammo with your card, is they used to classify it as general merchandise or general goods or something like that. Now they specify it's ammo or gun.
Oh, wow.
So they have their registry now.
Yeah, that's the registry.
Yeah.
Unless you buy it with cash. Can you buy a gun with cash?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
All right.
But, at the end of the day, why are we living in a free country that you can't buy a gun with your card?
Yeah.
And you're now in danger from the government
of being found out as a gun owner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And then now there's the green light to fuck. I haven't heard anybody come out and talk about this. Like, any Democrats go like, this is horrible. They're not even condemning shit anymore.
No. Because that's what they wanted.
Right. Right. But then at what point, the progression, at what point do they go from condemning shit to coming out and going, yeah, that's great. Good job. Keep doing that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they're just not saying anything. That's just where they're at now.
Yeah, I think the day after that story happened, I scoured CNN. I didn't see not one story on this, bro.
It's on CNN now.
It's on CNN now?
I just saw right before we went live.
That's something that should have hit their airwaves the moment it happened. Because if it was reversed, the moment it happened, it would have been on their shit.
I'll show you, because they basically are sort of, it seems like they're trying to sugarcoat it, but they basically just said that it's a political discussion that got out of hand, and they're like, there's no, and if it was the other way around, the title would be right extremist kills beautiful lovely
American
white
darling.
liberal man. Yeah.
He had so many ideas. He was gonna change the world.
He was a pillar to our country.
He came
not
up with
just the community.
a way to grow things from the roof.
He was gonna take the new green deer to new higher levels.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna. It's a crazy place to be, because we can't call people to action. We can't do anything, nor do I want to. But at the same time, please be safe.
We're not advising.
Not even joking.
To take action, but we're advising you to be ready.
Be safe. Ready yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, just be ready.
Ready your breakfast.
What the fuck?
Long day ahead of us. All right. Let's see. I bought my AR with cash.
Nice.
Good job. I won't even say the name.
Yeah, don't
even say the name.
Don't put them out there.
Yeah, again, it's just sad that you have to.
Yeah. Rest in peace to that young man. I think I really hope that the courts do the right thing, find this guy guilty, and put him up for life. Definitely that $50,000 bail shit is not cool.
Well, I want to see I want to see hate crimes
Yeah.
Be brought up on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think also this is how we got to play the game. He's out on bail. What we need to do is fucking make sure this guy doesn't have a job, make sure he can't eat, make sure he can't work, cancel this fucker.
He needs to be canceled.
Yeah.
Yep.
Post his fucking picture all over the place so everybody knows who he is.
Post his address.
No, don't do that.
Am I going too far?
Yeah, don't.
Okay. Yeah, don't post his address.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Cancel that last part.
Yeah, sorry. Did I just dox him? I just doxed him.
No, because you don't know it.
Okay, true.
Yeah,
I don't know.
take it back so we don't get. Don't do that.
All right, I'm sorry.
Don't do it.
All right, no.
That's all.
Redacted.
You know if I'm saying don't.
I know.
I know.
Push the button. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, guys. I was joking.
You know I'll let anything go. You could fucking slaughter a pig on this show for all I give a fuck.
Yeah, but that, sir, you don't do.
But yeah, that's what we need to do. Post this guy's picture all over the place. I'm gonna bring his face up so that you remember.
Fucking ugly mug.
If he gets away with this, because they do the same thing to people that don't even deserve it.
Plaster this shit all over your social medias.
Yeah,
we need to make memes of this. It needs to be memed and shared like all the other memes.
Right. I almost shared a meme that I stopped because I was like, I think this is like made to be divisive, and it was the one where it was the George Floyd, and then where they were showing the bail and all that stuff. And I stopped myself because I was like, you know what? I get the point,
but it has nothing to do with George.
It's making a good point, but let's not. They're doing that purposely. Somebody else made that meme that wasn't either smart enough or was on the other side and trying to gaslight people now.
Super divisive.
Right.
Yeah, no, let's focus on what the fuck just happened. You're not worried about Floyd. That shit happened mad long ago at this point.
And not even that. It made a good point, but at the same time, it's not the point to make. Like you said, focus on the matter at hand.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. Show his face one more time for you guys. Yeah.
Dickhead.
For sure.
So yeah, that's that.
That's that on that. We'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna follow this closely because I want to see this guy pay. Yeah. It's important. He should be made an example out of, honestly. So for both sides, like
seriously,
we should be able to have a discussion without having to fear that you might kill me because you disagree with my political point. Like it's not even that deep.
And you make a great point. I definitely want them to go after this guy. I want the Democrats to come out and say something just for the sake of everybody. Like for the sake of like there might be some right winger out there that's crazy enough.
That's like, okay, it's game time.
Yes, and that's the message it sends. Yeah. If you don't go after the fact this guy's out on the street sends a bad message.
I got family. I don't want to lose these things.
Bro, he admitted to enough that they should go, no, you don't get bail.
Yeah, you should be remanded. You
committed a hate crime blatantly and you're not showing any remorse for it. Like, you're more concerned with your fucking job than the fact that you took a kid's life.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But we'll see. We'll keep you guys abreast.
Rest in peace to Kiil.
Yeah, rest in peace to Kiil.